Well, good evening. Tonight I'm working on a Wii project. You know the kind. We need to redo the garage doors. I don't see any Wii. I'm the only Wii here. I've been working on these for about a week. I've sanded and sanded and sanded. I've tested 13 color samples. Those are my latest two. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then there's some around the corner that I'm not showing. But I think I've settled on the color. The Sherwin Williams store is sick of me going down there, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do, and then you can do whatever you want, but I'll show you what I'm gonna do. And for context, about 10 years ago, I gel stained these. So I've been sanding on the gel stain. You can see the sand marks. That's just dust right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean them up with Dawn dish soap and scrub them down. Then I'm gonna power wash them, and then I'm gonna mask everything. And then in the morning, if it's not windy, I'm gonna go ahead and spray these. I bought the sprayer off Facebook Marketplace, so I'm a professional now. Anyway, I'm gonna wash these up real quick. I gotta sand those down first, and then I'll clean it up. They're so blasted hot right now, you can barely touch it because the sun's holy cow. That's so hot you can't even put your hand on there. So I'll do that real quick, and then we'll clean her up. I've sanded the whole door with 220 grit sandpaper. That's what I've been using. I like to wrap it in this Scotch-Brite. Kind of gives a nice little soft pad to use. Unbelievable difference. That sun versus shade, heat-wise. Okay, I think I've got it all sanded. There's always spots I see that I want to hit again. I've probably spent 4 hours, maybe longer, sanding, maybe 5, every nook and cranny. Because that gel stain, it was the varnish on top of the gel stain was starting to peel off. Actually, all of it was starting to peel off. And I want to make sure, yeah, I see some right there peeling. I want to make sure that this thing does not peel off. Maybe my wife was right. Maybe I should have hired a painter to come do this. Nah. I'm a professional. I have a sprayer. Okay, let's clean her up. Believe it or not, I've washed this one before. I washed it last week. Pressure washed it. But since I had the sand tonight, this door, I want to do it again. Yeah, we've needed to redo these garage doors for about, I don't know, 3 years. But we had other things I wanted to work on. All right, I'm gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna pull off the weather stripping. I pulled it off already on the smaller door, but I'm gonna pull off the weather stripping. It's cracked and ripped and needs replaced. So it's 23 years old, something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. I've been masking. I'll show a little bit, but then I'll just do the rest. Well, good morning. It's early. I was up until midnight masking this thing. Yeah, I don't know how the professional painters do it. That's a lot of prep work. Anyway, I gotta get this sprayed this morning before the sun hits it. So let me show you what I ended up doing. All right, I have this all masked up. I have this one all masked up. I have a bunch of stuff out here, paint gun ready. And since I did remove those with that weather stripping from there, I went ahead and cleaned all that area, and I masked inside a little bit. Let me show you that. Okay, inside I put some tape up there, so if any overspray comes, it's gonna hopefully stop it right there. Now that's gonna cause a problem when I wanna raise the door, so I gotta be conscious of that. But that's what I've done in here. Anyway, I'm gonna grab the tripod and we'll set this thing up. Alrighty, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna prime this thing, and I am using Sherwin Williams shellac primer. We've tinted it a little bit, so I'm gonna put some of that on. And since I'm a professional, I know what tip to use. I'm gonna use a 311. We'll see how that goes. So I bought this at Home Depot. So I'm gonna throw a 311 in this gun, and we're gonna figure out how this works. Now, it was already pressurized with water, so it should be good to go. That's the prime, that's the paint. Tell by the small hole versus the large hole. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna open this can, and I'm gonna put it in the bottom of that 5-gallon bucket as soon as I find my screwdriver. Looks like it's separated a little bit. Oh yeah, I feel stuff on the bottom. I'm stirring this thing up, no matter what. Okay. Then we turn this to start. Press this button over here. Pull this to prime. Turn it on. Okay, we're primed. Okay. Now, supposed to go as low pressure as we can. Let's test. See what we got. Well, that doesn't look good. That's no good at all. What in the world we got going on? I think that looks okay. Oh no. No, what's going on? It's clogging up. Why is it clogging up? Huh. I'm gonna put on my mask. Why is it clogging up? I don't know, but can't sit and waste all this paint. We might as well try it. Okay, let's give it a try. Oh, dang it. Clogging up again. Got a filter on there. I have to change to a different tip. That's a pretty light coat on. Okay, that's a pretty light coat. I don't know how thick we want it, but I want to make sure I have enough for all of it. Hey, Rick. I'm painting the garage doors. This is primer here. Clogged up again. I've got about a quarter of a gallon left. So I'm gonna go back and hit some spots that obviously are too light. Okay, that's a decent coat of primer. Kind of like white doors. I'm gonna hit this again. So far, my masking is perfect. Not too much, not too little. Should back up a little bit. Okay, what I'm gonna do is count down and wait for that to dry, and hopefully the sun doesn't come up on this guy before then. I'm gonna prep for the next stage, which is color. Well, I don't know what the deal is, but this filter is all clogged. I started to run water through it to clean it out, and it's all clogged. No wonder it was. That doesn't make any sense. That thing should not be clogging this filter. This is what sucks up the paint. So I'm going to get some water. Water's not cleaning it out, so I'm going to get some acetone and stuff and see if I can clean this out, because I need this for the paint. I've got a couple chemicals. I got xylene and acetone. I don't know what the difference is between them. I might have to run over to Lowe's and Home Depot and buy me another filter if this doesn't clean out. Well, I got primer on the doors and there's only a little bit left, so it must have worked, but I can't use this. No bueno, I'm gonna go get me another one. While this is drying, we'll go to Home Depot. I don't know what the deal is with this primer, but I was just trying to empty the gun and look at this. It's hard, crusty, and it just came out of the line. Something's not right with this. Now the spray nozzle won't shut off. This is strange. Look, at it hardens up when I dump it out too. I'm dumping it out in this gravel. Then I'll come clean it all up when it hardens up. Something's not right. Something's not right with that stuff. I hope it doesn't mean that I'm going to have problems with this primer on the doors. Yeah, look at this. I just pulled this filter out. I ruined it. Had to use a pair of ice grips, but it is clogged up. What in the world is up with this primer? Did I do something wrong? Oh my gosh. Problem is, it's hardening in that gun. I can see it on the wall in there. Great. Seriously? Alrighty, it's been a little over an hour. I ran to Home Depot and the gun was plugged up, the filters were plugged up, both filters. So when I bought this off Facebook Marketplace, it came with another gun, so I threw that in, but I made it back from Home Depot and the sun's starting to get on this door, so I need to get this one shot. And I still have a little time on this other door because the sun doesn't get on that one yet. Who knew it was so stressful to be a painter when the gun doesn't work and the wind's starting to kick up? So I've got this ready to go. So I'm going to put on my mask and see how it works. I tested it on a piece of cardboard over there, so we should be good. I'm just still wondering what in the world with that primer, what happened? Okay. This is a 515 tip. That does not look right. That is wrong. Something's wrong. Something's not working right. I'm going to pull this tip and throw this other one in. That did not work right. Worked on the cardboard. That is not right. It's clogging up. I don't know what the deal is. Come on. On the cardboard over here, it's working great. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna hurry and throw that door up. So if there's any runs, it prevents it. Okay, I'm gonna spray this other one. Alrighty, that's the first coat. I'm gonna put 2 on. Almost used the full gallon. Holy cow, it's hot. I'm trying to keep my mess to a minimum, but I stepped in that cardboard test area. So I have to ditch my shoes for a minute. Okay, is that the color we want? I sure hope so. Because that was a lot of prep work. I think I worked on this now for here and there, after work, all day Saturday, been a week. Okay, so I think it's an hour, but I'm worried the wind's gonna pick up. So far, just slight breeze. So far, so good. Oh, I'll clean up this, prep the next run. Well, it's been 3 hours since I've sprayed this. Sprayed it at 10:45 a.m. and now it's 2, and it definitely needs a second coat. I can see that. It's too hot to spray it according to what I've researched, so I'm gonna have to wait and spray it tonight. And by the way, I'll spray it tonight. It's hot out here now. Well, it's about 7 p.m. I'm going to try to put on the second coat. There were some definite stripes, so I'm not sure if I should go vertical or horizontal on this one. And now that it's shady, it's hard to see those, but when the sun was out right on it, man, it was for sure stripy. I'm not a professional. We know that. All right, here's what it looks like at dusk. It looks a little darker. It's definitely not black. It's brown, but it's been hanging up for 45 minutes, half hour maybe, I don't know, somewhere around there. But close up, it's brown. In the direct sunlight, it looks a little red. Still not sure about the color, but it looks okay. That shiny sure looks good. In this light, that looks really good. Well, it's morning. Here's what they look like in the morning. Not too bad. I think they turned out pretty good, seeing that I tried to screw it up with that primer. No direct sunlight quite yet. Still early. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Okay, it's the next day. We don't need this up anymore. I've checked in the sun. Looks good, so we're gonna pull this down. All this prep work can come down. I'll start pulling all that down. Well, it's been a couple of weeks since I've painted these doors. I thought I'd close this video out. I put some hardware back on. I already had this, but I freshened it up. So I'll show you that, but thanks for watching. That's the small door, and that's the larger door. And I'm pretty happy with it. Turned out pretty good, despite that primer problem. Oh, by the way, I looked that primer up, and apparently that primer starts drying immediately, and you're not supposed to be spraying it through a sprayer. Well, I thought as a professional I would know that, but I was hoping that the Sherwin Williams store that sold it to me would sell me stuff that could spray, because I told them I was going to spray this stuff. But I don't know. Apparently that's not the stuff. Now I know.